Hello folks, and welcome back to another Wise Gamer video. Glad you're here. We're playing Legions, World of Warcraft today, and I'm just going to go over in this video for anybody who just hit 110, just came back to the game, and there's a lot of different things going on in Legions, just so you're not so confused. Like the pattern I take, this is just to give you an idea of what I do each day when I come on. But again, you could play it whichever way you want. But this is the task that I try to carry out each day, the best I can. So let's get the ball rolling on this. Let's see. The first thing I usually like to do is come into my class hall, get my class hall stuff going, first and foremost. By going to my mission table, number one, this is the one I'm playing the Warlock, so this is the Warlock place. I don't think I have any followers available yet because I already sent them out today. So they're out doing their thing with the missions. Now we know that the missions now in this game, to me, more appetizing than it did in WoD. WoD, it gave you pretty good stuff, but not as good as Legions does. Legions, it gives you artifact powers, which we need for our weapon now. Gives you gold like it always did. It even gives you experience points if you're leveling up to 110. So if you start doing your mission table earlier, like say like level 104 or something, you're actually sometimes going to get missions that have experience points that levels the player, not just the followers. As we know, the mission table is really important, and it's going to help you get resources in the game. It's a lot of your quests that you have to complete to further your class hall requires doing missions to get some of those done. So it's a win-win situation. It's definitely something you want to do each time you play, is definitely get your followers out there and get these missions done. Once I've done that, I usually just open up my menu, my character screen, and I'll shift click on my weapon, my artifact weapon, and I'll see how many artifact points I have, if I have enough to spend right now to put those artifact powers into my next spell that I need, or skill. Now we see that right now I'm up to where I need 14,400 artifact powers now to go up to my next level. So I don't have enough. So at least now I know that. Now if I did, then I would just go to the vendor in here and pick whichever skill I want to do next and activate that. I got some pretty good relics going right now, which I'm very happy about. Some PvP, and I think I got this one in an arena or an RBG. And this one I'm not really sure. I don't remember where I got this one. So I got some pretty good relics right now. I've been a lot further in the game by now if I only concentrated on one toon. But I was playing my warrior. I was playing him mainly first, but then I decided I wanted to play my Warlock for different reasons in the game right now. Plus, I just find that my Warlock just survives a lot better out in the world solo and whatnot. My warrior always seems to need a healer. It's crazy. But anyways, so yes, I'll do my artifact powers next. So I'll do my mission halls, my mission table, get that going, then do my artifacts. And then over here, for the Warlock, in the center area, this is where a lot of the other reporting guys are located, NPCs. And let's see here. This guy usually gives me this quest each day. Good. And then we have our order advancement vendor, and each class has this too. And these are your order advancements that let's see, enables the summon Doom God ability, which increases the success chance of your first mission you send each day by 20%. Alright, so they're going to kind of up like your mission, your followers, and things of that nature. Most of the videos that I've watched after I started building up mine did pick most of the ones on the right for the first time going through this. It just seems that they have the highest increase percentage-wise compared to the ones on the left. But nothing's written in stone. You play the game the way that you want. But this is another person you want to check on each day that you play the game to see if you could go up a little more in here. This is your quartermaster. Where is he? Where's my quartermaster? He's right around here somewhere. Alright, the quartermasters in this game, now there's a quartermaster for each zone or area that you do in Broken Isles, like High Mountain, Azara, whatever. And there's one for your class hall. Now the reason why I'm showing you this is because this is something that's showing you that building up the reputation in the game, like Exalted, Honor, and all that, is pretty important if you want to try to shoot for some of these gears that they have available to sell you. But you do need to be like for this one right here, this is an 850 piece, which is a real nice piece for this time in the game. So, but you would need to be exalted with the Nightfallen. It says it right at the bottom in red what's required to get these. So this is something else I wanted to point out too. So you come here and check this out, and he even has some cool things here, like this thing right here upgrades a piece of your auto haul class set from item level 830 to 840. That's pretty nifty. So we could see that there's a lot of more rewarding things that I found that there was to do in WoD. Now again, I didn't PvE in WoD, so that's why I didn't do a lot of this stuff in Warlords of Draenor. I just basically got my Toons to what was a level 100. Once they got level 100, I just started grinding PvP stuff. I didn't even get my flying because I was never out in those zones because I didn't need it for PvP. But now that we know in the game, the gears don't matter on which activity you do in the game anymore. So if you got an easier time getting an 850 from a PvE thing in the game, go for it, because now you could still use that piece of gear in now in PvP. It doesn't matter. So, you know, and again, I know I got other videos covering more in depth of each one of these steps, but in this video, I'm making up a pattern to show you guys in case, you know, you're confused of what to do now each time you play. This is the way I do it. So yeah, so with the PvP, you know, I got a little burnt out of just doing the same 2 or 3 things every time. Now, with the new stuff that they added in Legions, it's getting me back out in the world, and I want to start getting all that stuff. I want to get the flying. I want to get all that stuff because I'm going to be doing this. I'm not a high rating player, so I can't rely on my 2K rating to get me all the best gear in the game and all the booty that comes with that. So I got to do some PvE now to make up for that. I realize my limits in the game. So, but you could always progress and get better as a player too. Always remember that. All right, so that's pretty much it as far as the class hall stuff goes that I do each day. So I'll come on, I'll get my missions going with my followers. I'll check my artifact weapon while I'm here. If I can upgrade, I'll go to the vendor and do that. Then I'll come here. I'll check the order advancements or the class advancements, whatever that was called. I check that. And I check to see what kind of quest is available from my class hall each day too. Easy way to do that is just open up the map for any pending ones, and you'll see the icon on the map of the ones that are still that you're still doing, or if you have a turn in or whatnot. So you want to check all that stuff. Then the next thing I do now outside of my class hall is now we start doing world stuff. We start doing stuff in Broken Isles. So now I'm going to come here, and the first main thing I usually start concentrating and basing my day around now is my emissaries. Now today I'm only showing one available because I finished these 2 within a 24-hour period. It usually takes 24 hours from the last time you completed these for new ones to become available. So I only got one available right now, which is called Valjara, or however you Valajar, however you pronounce that. And so anything related to this is going to be lit up now, icon-wise, on the map. So if we go to Broken Isles, and these are located in Stormheim, we're going to see that most of these icons that are lit up are tied to this emissary, because it says the name of the emissary in there, the Valajar. We could see that. This one's lit up too, but this one's with the Wardens. But you could still go off and do this one too if you need that piece of gear, because you could still get that piece of gear and you don't have to do the emissary. You could just go do that quest if it's available for you, and you're going to see that the quests are shown of how much time is left. Some of them are up as long as 2 or 3 days, depend on when they spawn from the time you noticed it. So sometimes you don't have to do it that day if you can't get all these done. You know, you could still do it, and then it's going to respawn whenever later on, anyways, down the road. So basically, that's what I do. I check out these icons. I see what kind of rewards they are. If there's something that's better than what I got. But sometimes you can't always go by that, because this one is like, I got an 830 helmet, I think, now on my guy. And this one gives me an 830 helmet. It says 830 plus. So that means it could be even a piece above 830. So you don't know. So it might even have better stats too than the one that you currently have, equipped right now. So sometimes it's worth going out there and seeing if it gives you maybe like an 840. That's something you want to keep in mind also. And then these cross-sword ones, these icons. I know I went over this in other videos, but this one, again, I'm tying what I do in a whole day together. These cross-sword ones, too, are now for PvP. So if you're a PvPer, you may want to do these too, because these are very rewarding also. They give you 300 honor, usually, and they give you artifact powers. Like this one gives me, it's not really saying. When I looked at it earlier, it did say it, which is kind of strange. It said 750 artifact powers. So you get artifact powers from it usually, and you get the honor points. I'm not sure if you get a piece of gear in from these. I don't think I've gotten one yet, but I could be wrong. So if you're into PvP also, you may want to do these too in between your arenas or whatnot when you're out here questing and doing these other things. Because again now, it doesn't matter what you do, PvE or PvP again, because the gearing's working both. Okay, now another thing I'll do next is I'm going to check out each zone, each area. Click on each one. And I'm actually going to mouse over each icon, and I'm going to see what they're going to give me if I go out there and complete that. Now, if you see something that you really like, something that you really need, a piece of gear in, artifact powers, order resources, or whatnot, go out there and do it. Then we have the dungeons. So basically, I'll check all these out, and then what I'll do is just kind of base my game around that for the rest of the day, and then any kind of queuing stuff I want to do in between, some PvP, if you want to do some dungeons, some arenas, or whatnot, and then get back on track of doing this world stuff, because this world stuff at the start's probably going to give you the best stuff, because you're probably going to get creamed in arenas and all that stuff right away, unless you're like a really good player. I heard that world bosses, the big world bosses, I really haven't done one yet, but I heard that it's a guaranteed 860 piece of gear. So if you ever see the world bosses show up on the map, I haven't been seeing any on mine, but if you do happen to come across the world bosses, you might want to do them. There should be a group of people out there already doing it. And because it's going to give you an 860 piece of gear right now is really good. I haven't got an 860 yet. I think the highest piece I've gotten is, and mine's been through PvP, is like an 840, 845. And I got some pretty decent relics, which I think I already showed you guys. But I've gotten most of my stuff through the PvP because I don't do dungeons too much. But if a quest sends me, an important quest from my class hall does send me to a dungeon, I'm going to do it. Or else I'm not going to be able to progress in my class hall if I don't. So, but now as you go up item levels, the next time they give you a piece of gear, it should be higher than what you got. It should be. But nothing's etched in stone. So in other words, if I went and got another necklace by doing another arena, it should be higher than 840. Now another thing I want to show too for the PvPers, if I open this up, and we click on rated, you're going to see each week, after the reset and all that, this icon on the right of each one. 2s, 3s, and RBGs. What that is your first win of the week will definitely grant you a piece of gearing. So these are definitely really good to do, but you got to win them. And this is the way I'm getting most of my best stuff, because I'm lucky enough to have a couple of people that I play with in my guild that I do these with each week. If I can't find the people to do them with each week, I don't usually get them done because DPS just die too fast in this game sometimes. So yeah, so this is something else you want to do too as a PvP. You try to get these done. All right. So to kind of tie everything together, again, you want to start off with your class hall, bang out the missions. You want to check your artifact powers. You want to check any kind of order resources. You want to check your advancements. Then you want to start checking the map. You want to start looking at your emissary quests. Start working with any other quests around that emissary quest, if it's rewarding for you. Do your PvP quests if that's what you're into. And then again, do your individual stuff as that progresses you through the game too. Have fun, but always play what you want to play. You're number one. So, do your dungeons, do your raids, whatever floats your boat. It's a wide open game. And then for PvP is the same thing. Get those arenas done, get your RBGs done per week, and you should be good to go. You should be able to stay up to par with your character. Get your artifact powers done. Get your honor talents built up to 50. Prestige level should change in the next patch. I'm just putting this out there. It should change now where this is a big plus. If you reset your prestige now, you lose your skills and you got to re-earn them. In the next patch, you shouldn't lose them. So that's really good. So once you go up to 50, you could hit that prestige, start getting higher prestige levels, but you'll still maintain those skills. Anyways, that's what they're saying for the patch. But we don't know for sure until the patch actually comes out. So until then, folks, I hope that this kind of cleared up things, gave you a pattern of what to work on each day. And you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching Wise Gamer as always. We'll be back soon with another video. Please feel free to sub up. Take care. Bye-bye.